Well, I think it's just as wet in that river as it is on this table. Anyway, Across the Great Divide opens in the Midlands next week, and you'll be able to see it wherever you live fairly soon. Well, horror films either have me hiding behind the furniture or laughing quietly in my chair. They're not always supposed to make you laugh, but there's one spine chiller that's just about to come out, which is supposed to be a little bit silly. You'll see it on television this week. It's in the Carry On series, and it's called Carry On Screaming. The idea behind the film was to send up some of the X-rated horror movies made in the mid-60s. Anyway, see what you think. Here comes a clip from Carry On Screaming.
Now, Mr. Potter, I want you to show me exactly where you and the young lady were.
Through here.
Slowbottom, Sergeant, you stay here.
What? All by myself, Sergeant?
Yes, Slowbottom, all by yourself. If I shall require any assistance, I shall give 3 sharp blasts. Got it?
Yes, Sergeant. Blast, blast, blast. I beg your pardon.
On my whistle. Immediately on hearing that, you will surround the entire area.
But I can't surround the entire area by myself, Sergeant.
Excuses, excuses, always excuses. One of you young fellas get married. It's much easier, you know. That's where we were.
Is that you, Sergeant? How do you do?
Do you notice it? What? It smells as if something's been dead too long.
Well, don't look at me.
Well, Carry On Screaming can be seen on BBC1 at 5 to 7 on Wednesday night. Well, here's a success story which really reads like a fairy story. A few months ago, a film called Gregory's Girl was released. It was made on a tiny budget. It was shot on location up in Scotland, and it was played by a cast consisting mainly of amateur actors. Well, the critics saw it, and they were very, very enthusiastic. They raved about both the performances of the actors and also the skillful direction. Unfortunately, the people who distribute the films were a little less enthusiastic in their response, so it only got to be shown in a few cinemas. However, the people who did get to see it went home and raved about it to their friends, so it looks like Gregory's Girl might be getting another chance. Well, the story is about a football team in a Scottish comprehensive school, which is so dire that the trainer decides that he's going to have to hold trials to find a few decent players. Well, the teacher is appalled when he finds out that the most promising newcomer turns out to be a girl.
Okay, into twos now. Want to see some penetration work and a shot for goal. One attacker, one defender. It's an open goal, so let's see who's first to score.
Right, you defend me then.
What's going on? She's gorgeous. She is absolutely gorgeous.
It's Dorothy. Do it again, same pairs.
Got funny ears.
Right. 3 shots each at goal now. Let's see how you do against the real goalkeeper. first there. Right.
Well,
I'll let everyone know in the fullness of time. I'll pass the word on to Miss McAlpine.
I was the best. You know I was the best.
It's not that simple. It could be out of my hands. We'll have to see.
If I was the best, I should be in the team. The notice said so.
I said we'll see. You might very well get into the team. We'll work it out soon.
well, Dee Hepburn plays Dorothy and Gordon John Sinclair plays Gregory. Here's a scene where Gregory goes out with one of Dorothy's classmates, Susan.
You know, this is really good. I'm really enjoying myself.
Good. I'm glad we bumped into each other.
Do you want to dance? It's really good. You just lie flat down and dance. I'll show you what I mean. I'll start it off and you just join in when you feel confident enough.
Okay. Just dance.
I'll tell you something. And not a lot of people know this. We are clinging to the surface of this planet while it spins through space at 1,000 miles an hour. Held only by the mystery force called gravity.
Wow.
A lot of people panic when you tell them that and they just fall off. But I see you're not falling off. That means you've got the hang of it. That means that you have got...
Natural ability.
Yeah. 1,000 miles an hour, eh?
Why are boys obsessed with numbers?
No, I'm not.
You are.
Don't stop dancing or you'll fall off.
I'm sure that's really whetted your appetite, and I think it's really great to know that everyone is going to have a chance to see that fantastic film. Well, you're also going to have a chance to meet two of the stars from that particular scene, Gordon John Sinclair and Clare Grogan, because they are in the studio with Noel at the moment.
Well, it's good to see you had the weather on her side there. Hello. No, it's right, isn't it? It's Gordon John, not John Gordon.
No, it's John Gordon.
It's John Gordon
Yeah.
Sinclair.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
So Maggie got it wrong, and I was going to get it wrong until you put me right.
No, it's
anyway,
okay.
thanks for coming along. Tell me a little bit about this film, because it is being heralded by lots of people as quite an amazing low-budget movie, isn't it?
Yeah. What do you want to know?
Well, I'd like to know whether it really is...
Yes, it was very low budget, yeah.
It only took 7 weeks to shoot, which is very short.
How many other films have you made?
Just one before that. That Sinking Feeling with Bill Forsyth again. Same director.
Yeah. So how did the film come about? Who wrote it?
Bill Forsyth, the director, he wrote it.
And basically it's about what? What's the story?
But young people.
Yes.
Naughty young people.
At school.
Naughty young people?
Well, some of them are naughty, not me. I was good.
Do you mean you were good, good in the film, or you acted well?
I was well behaved.
Had you been in films before?
No, never.
But what sort of acting had you done?
I was in the Scottish Youth Theatre a long time ago, but that was all.
So how did you come to be involved with it?
Well, when I was still at school, I used to work part-time in a restaurant, and Bill Forsyth just happened to come into the restaurant one day and he said, "Oh, would you like to be in my film?" I thought, this is the kind of person my mother's warned me about, and I went, yes.
So Mum's words didn't really go very far.
So then he phoned me 6 months later and went, "Oh, I'm finally going to make this film, do you still want to be in it?" And I went, "Oh, yes, please," and then we just did it.
Well, I'd like to learn a little bit more about the film, and we've got some swaps as well. But at 12 o'clock now, we've got the news with John Craven.
The funeral of President Sadat of Egypt is taking place at this moment. It began when his family and close friends attended a special prayer service at the mosque in a military hospital in southern Cairo early this morning. There's a massive security operation going on in Cairo because so many world leaders are at the funeral. and we've just received these pictures from Egypt by satellite. Many of the world leaders, presidents, politicians and princes, including our own Prince Charles, walked in a solemn procession behind the jeep carrying President Sadat's coffin. The whole area has been sealed off by thousands of troops, and few ordinary Egyptians have been allowed anywhere near the procession. Soldiers walking with the mourners are displaying President Sadat's medals, including the ones he was wearing when he was shot, and the parade went past the spot where the assassination took place. Now the devoted followers of President Sadat, the man who made the dramatic step that brought peace between Egypt and Israel, are paying their last respects to their leader. That's the scene in Cairo this morning. Well, home news now, and after the stormy night in southern England, gales have spread to most parts of Scotland. There have been gusts of more than 50 miles an hour on some roads, and at sea, a number of ferry services have been either delayed or diverted. And last night's storms resulted in some damage to the illuminations at Blackpool. The costs of repairs will have to be added to the bill of £17,000, which Blackpool's already got because of damage caused by bad weather this autumn. Well, sport now, and Wimbledon champion John McEnroe is recovering today after being beaten twice in 2 days in a tournament in Melbourne, Australia. McEnroe, who won the American Tennis Championships last month, lost matches to 2 players he would normally expect to beat easily. Afterwards, McEnroe blamed his poor serving, but said that he really had no excuses for playing badly. And finally, a part of London will be taken over today by several booths with Mr. Punches, Judys, crocodiles and policemen. It's all an idea to start a Punch and Judy group which would keep the traditional entertainment alive. It's happening in Covent Garden, and at least 22 Punch and Judy operators, all called professors, will be performing. And that's the news at midday. Now back to Noel.
Thank you very much, and I'm talking to Sinclair, Grogan and John Gordon. It's a difficult name, though. It is John Gordon.
Yes, yes.
Right, we got it the right way, right? It's not double-barrelled?
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
Going to see it up in lights one day?
Oh, yes, yes, probably.
But you're not a full-time actor?
No, I work as an electrician as well.
So, I find all this a little bit confusing because, I mean, you are being rated as taking part in a film that is really making its mark, and yet you're an electrician.
Yeah, I find it quite confusing as well. It's quite hard.
Do you think the Scottish film industry is sort of really getting it right?
Yeah, I think so. I think in the next few years it will begin to do things.
Do you enjoy watching yourself? Because when Maggie was showing that clip, you were going through the lines and sending yourself up.
No, I hate it because I don't know. You know when you look at when you get your holiday snaps back,
yeah,
and you always say everyone else looks really good, but look at me. You go like that. That's what I do. Except it's all up on a big screen. You go.
What was he like to work with?
Oh, he's just the same, you know. He's just very silly. Oh, he's a wonderful person.
And how do you hope this is going to lead on? What's the future?
I don't know. Who can say? Who can say? Maybe Gordon will finally finish his apprenticeship as an electrician and.
No, I was talking about you. It's nothing to do with him. He can go and do whatever he wants. I was wondering where you were going to go.
I'm a singer now.
You're now a singer?
Yes.
Tell me about Altered Images.
Well, Altered Images, a band, we all come from Glasgow, and we formed about 2 years ago, and just recently things have started to happen, nice things, like we got to make records and be on Top of Box and be on Salt Shop and...
Yes, fine. Well, you're obviously enjoying it. Well, we're going to do it. It's Happy Birthday, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
And is it selling well?
Oh, very well.
Where is it now? I mean, is it in the charts?
Yes, it's number 28.
That's not bad going, is it? You haven't done Top of the Pops yet?
Yes, we did it last week.
That just shows you the programmes I watched, doesn't it? Yes, well, I was out. Tell us about the swap. There's a football, a beret.
Yes.
Frank Spencer impression. Now, you wore a beret in the film.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's very, very.
It's the beret.
Yeah, that is the actual beret.
Do you recognise me?
No, I don't actually.
It's the one.
And I brought an album and a 12-inch all signed and a t-shirt, of course. Have you got yours on?
Yes, I've got my t-shirt on. Do you want to see it? Look.
Alright, there we are.
Altered Images.
Did Mummy tell you to wrap up warm before you came out?
Yes, she did. That's a new jumper, actually. She'll be up there saying, where did you get that jumper from? This is the new one. The new one, Mum.
Wealthy film star in pullover probe.
Yeah, that's it.
Why have you got porridge there?
Oh, well, you know, I just might never have made 5 foot tall if I hadn't had this every morning.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, we brought our multicoloured swap shop jumper. which belongs to our roadie Cheese.
Is that not a dress?
Well, I mean, you can wear it as a dress if you like, no.
That's what we mind, Jar.
I've got a feeling I asked for that.
And this is a gorgeous blouse.
It's got a stain on it.
Well, so we did wash it. I mean, they thought
It's an
that
egg
you'd like
stain.
some altered images odor on it.
It's got an egg stain on it.
It's sort of, I don't think that's egg.
Right, we need a question, please, so that the porridge can be passed on to a worthy dwarf.
Well, it's a difficult question.
Yeah, I think I have to say the first
Right,
half.
yeah. I've got to say.
What is the name of a First Division football team, English football team, that play in artificial turf?
And what's the name of their ground?
Are they Second Division? Yeah. Oh, sorry, so that just shows how much I know about football.
Yes.
Sorry, Second Division. Second
I
Division.
thought all English teams were second division anyway.
Oh, I can see why you stayed at 5 foot. Right, I didn't understand that at all. Would you like to say it again, Claire, because I didn't follow that.
What second
What Second Division football team play on artificial turf?
What's the name of their ground?
Right, with artificial mud and,
Yes.
and things. Lovely.
Yes, and
Unreal things.
Postcards. I'm sure everybody knows it. Postcards, please. Swap Shop, BBC TV, London, W12. 8QT, thank you for coming along. Good luck with your mega stardom as an electrician. And good luck with your pop and things. I'm sorry I didn't see it on top of the pop, so I get a chance to see it now because we've got altered images. And happy birthday, number 28.
Oh, there you go, like that one. Altered images and happy birthday. And this lady's image is going to change tomorrow because it's 1 year older, isn't it? Hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
Julia.
And how old will you be tomorrow?
So, 8.
You nearly said 7 and 8 then. You didn't know, did you? What are you hoping to get for your birthday?
Doll's pram.
A doll's pram. All right, well, we're going to give you a little present in advance there because it's your birthday. It's one of those electronic games. Certainly if you have a nice birthday and you have a nice little birthday party, you get all bits and pieces, eh? OK, right now, welcome back to Tuctonia. We've had the semi-finalists in our go-kart racing. We've had about 200 or 300 people take part. And right now, it's time for the grand final. Who's going to win the Swap Shop jacket and all the goodies? Who knows? Maggie's got the 4 finalists there, haven't you?
Yes, I've got Simon, Paul, Steve and Steve, who've competed throughout the morning and they've got into our final. Well then, you've had a chance to go around the track. What are you going to be looking out for as you compete?
The rain and the wet.
They're the main difficulties. How about the corners?
If you go too close, you sort of skid and come right into the barriers and everything.
Okay, well don't take it too fast, will you? Have any of you done any go-karting before?
No.
Not at all. How did you enjoy it?
Oh, it's great fun.
Yeah. How about you?
No, I've done motor racing with bangers, you know, just ran the old dirt track a couple of times.
Okay, well a final question. How do you rate your chances?
Not very much.
Not very well. Okay, well lads, if you'd like to get into your cars, the Swap Shop final in our go-karting competition is about to start. May the best man win. All settling down into their cars, all wearing safety helmets. Right. Can you give me a wave if we're all ready? All ready? Right, okay, watch the flag, lads. On your marks, get set, go!
And there they go, I'm in my commentary position at the moment. From left to right on your picture, you've got Simon, you've got Paul, and the 2 Steves. It's a bit of a slow start there. The track really is wet this morning, but hopefully they'll get round it. We'll have no accidents and no trouble. I think I can't see who's in the white hat there. Who's in the lead there? Yeah, there we have a man who's jumped straight into the lead there. That's the chap in the the blue hat, and that is Steve. He's taking the lead for himself there. No problems. I actually found out yesterday when I came and had a go at this, it helps if you get a good start. There's no problems. As I say, the track is a bit wet, but in these cars you can afford to push it a little bit. Believe it or not, Maggie and I are going to have a race later on. You won't see that on television, but I wonder who's going to win that. I was quite relieved to find out the cars had bumpers on, actually. You've got to see Maggie's driving. Well, the race looks as though it's sold already. They're just coming up to the 3rd lap. Steve has taken a grand lead there. No problems at all. You can see the spray coming off the track. There's a little bit of bunching going on at the back, especially around this corner. We've got the other Steve in the white hat with the green stripe on his jacket there who's coming 2nd. And who have we got 3rd there? In the orange jacket, that's Paul. And finally, we've got Simon, who's right behind there. This is the 4th lap. 1 more lap to go. And Steve in the blue hat. Yes, he's coming on to the last lap. It's been an easy race for him, I can tell you. He got a very good start there. There you go. No problems whatsoever. He's doing thumbs up to the crowd, and why not? He's won it. He's taken home the jacket, plus that television game, and all the other swap shop goodies. But nobody else goes away empty-handed. We've got loads of prizes for everybody else. He's coming into the final lap. Maggie's standing there with the checkered flag, and as he turns the corner there, a big cheer from the crowd, and why not? He's waving. He's really doing the James Hunt bit there. So congratulations to him. I'll move from my commentary position now to go and get the prizes. He's done it, Max.
Here he comes.
No problems at all there.
Well done. Tell me, how was it? How was the course?
Very slippery on the corners. Apart from the straights were perfect. It's just the top corner there. If you come in there accelerating a bit fast, you know, you go on out. So the idea was let your throttle off, and when you come through the corner, put it down again.
A technique that obviously worked. When did you know you were going to win?
Well, at the start on the corner there, you know, as soon as I nudged those two, I knew I had a pretty good chance. So I just, you know, done what I'm used to and kept it going.
Right.
Well done.
There you go. There's the swap shop jacket for you. There's the electronic game, and we've got loads of bits and pieces for everybody else. You asked the question, when did he know he was going to win? I could see it from the start. He had no problems there. We'll have a go a little bit later on, but thanks to everybody at Tuctonia, and we'll see you. Cheers, Noel.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. Oh, they seem to be enjoying themselves. I'm sure I'm getting a cold, you know. I've got that horrible... You're seeing all that water that's done it. Got a Barry Manilow competition coming later, well, in a very short time. Yeah. I don't know, it came on very suddenly. And you could win a chance to have an all-expenses-paid trip to Barry Manilow's forthcoming concerts. I think they're in the new year. Now, the watch. I forgot to give the watch away last week. I was so excited to be back that I completely forgot to mention the
talking watch.
Talking watch. Can you hear it? I can hear it here, but press it again.
Press it again.
5 seconds elapsed.
Is that going out? Is that going out in the air? Because it is.
The nation can hear it.
Excellent. Well, what we'd like to know, and if you send your answer in, please, on a postcard. If it's midday in London, what time is it in New York? Don't answer. International.
Presumably that's today, though. Is it today? Because you know the times do change. Different times of the year and all that. It's a bit different. Sometimes it's so many hours. Sometimes it's different hours and all that.
Of course, it's today.
Right, today. Okay.
If the time is midday in London today, what time is it in New York today? Okay?
Good. Stickler for detail.
God. Anyway, postcards, please. Swap shop, BBC TV, London, W128QT, and you could win the watch that talks. I've definitely got a cold. I wish I could get rid of it. I wish I could think of something to get rid of it.
Soldier on.
That is it, chaps. Right, this is the situation. A particularly ruthless cold jab is held up in Noel Edmonds' nose. Our mission is to bring out that cold. Sergeant, what are those men doing in that tissue box?
They're, hankering after the soft life, sir.
Okay, you're in charge of those hankerers. You are now official hanker chief.
Thank you, sir.
You keep Noel Edmonds' nose covered, and let's hope it doesn't come to blows, eh?
We'll soon have that cold running, sir.
Jolly good. Right, chaps, who got the red light? Over the top.
Over the teeth! Over the gums! Look out, cold germs! Here we comes!
Charge! Right, here we go! Fine! Chin up, fellows! Here we go!
It's a bit hairy up here!
Watch the stiff upper lip, sir. Sir, a bit damp in here, sir. I should have worn my wings.
Just watch your step there, Sergeant. Noel's always putting his tongue in his cheek.
Roger, I wouldn't like to brush with his teeth, sir.
My name's not Roger, Sergeant. It's Captain Sergeant, not Roger. Roger!
Roger! Captain Sergeant, sir! Look out for swallows, sir!
We haven't got time for bird watching, Sergeant. We've got a mission to do.
Roger, you can rely on me, sir.
What's that man doing?
I'm fighting off a sore throat, sir.
Oh, stop that nonsense at once. Gym shall be done in the gym.
Begging your pardon, sir, but my name is not Jim.
Sure, you don't think I'd call you Jim, Corporal?
And it's not Shirley either, sir.
Pass me a vitamin C grenade.
Certainly, sir.
Lurking somewhere down that throat is the common cold.
Who do you call me common?
Hey! Come jam chappy, you give yourself up at once, eh?
How did you know Edmund's hostage?
Look out, men, he's armed with a nasty sneeze.
I bet he is.
My name's not Betty, Corporal.
Roger, sir, sorry, but you just leave that stubborn germ to me, sir. I'll soon flush it out with this.
Put that disinfectant down at once, Corporal.
But, sir, it says it kills 99% of all known germs.
You'll drive him clean round the bend, and then where will we be?
Round the bend with him.
I think you're already there, Corporal.
I'm going to have to survive. Then I'm going to clear my throat. I have a very effective cough. One.
Don't be a foolish germ. Coughs and sneezes spread diseases.
Two.
Catch them in your handkerchiefs!
Three.
Run for it!
Where, sir? Where?
We have it to do.
Duck!
Oh, John Craven's a National Theatre player. Yet another stunning piece of very bad swap shop acting.
Did it work, though? Is the go better?
Instantly.
Good.
Instantly.
Good.
Now, the subject of... I want to give up now. The subject of Barry Manilow, and an article that you might well have seen in the newspapers. An article that says when Andrew Miller collects his mail these days, he literally needs a convoy of post office trucks. As promoter of the Barry Manilow tour, which begins at the Albert Hall in January, he's been swamped with a staggering 500,000 written requests for tickets. The problem is there are only 70,000 seats available, despite the fact they cost between £10 and £20 each, all snapped up within hours. So, we think it's rather a good idea to make available to you 2 tickets. 2 people will have an all-expenses-paid trip to a Barry Manilow concert. And before you find out exactly what you've got to do, we thought we'd put you in the mood. Barry is hanging on. Terrific. I really enjoy that video. It's very good. Now, you could win an all-expenses-paid trip to see that gentleman in concert when he comes over to the country in January. And the question, for which you must supply the correct answer, is, in the London Royal Albert Hall, where the concerts will be held, in the Royal Albert Hall, how many seats are there? Now, that's not as daft as it may sound. It's not as difficult as it may sound. I have here a diagram of the Royal Albert Hall, if you can see that. For the people who have been there, the organ's at that end, and the arena is here. So, can you... I'll hold it a little bit longer if you're still having trouble counting the inner section. Right, OK. I wouldn't bother phoning them, that's cheating. Jolly good. Right, answers please to Swap Shop, BBC TV, London, W128QT. You could win a couple of tickets to see Barry Manilow in concert. How many seats are there in the Royal Albert Hall? Obviously the seats that people sit... I mean, don't start going into offices and things like that. I mean,
the loos.
Yeah, no, the loo seats don't count, no. So it's just the proper seats. It's goodbye from the ever-mobile Christchurch. It's been in Hampshire, it's been in Fife, it's been in Kent.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Well, it's thanks also to everybody in Tuctonia for giving us such a lovely day. And I tell you what, this model rain is fantastic.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Really
yes,
good.
It's 1 in 24 scale, you know. It's been pouring down. Where will I be next week at the Cheggers Roadshow? Who knows? Watch out and find out. Meanwhile, from this mad lot, they must be to turn out in this weather. See you now.
Cheerio!
Cheerio, thank you. Now, you've been on some travels recently, John, haven't you?
Yes, I've been all round with Book Week last week, in a children's book week. I went to my old primary school on Tuesday, Headingley Primary School in Leeds. Can I say hello to everybody there? Hello?
Still there, is it?
The alma mater still there, yes.
The what?
Alma mater, yeah, old school.
Oh, I see.
You know.
Yeah, and it was a nostalgic trip.
Oh, it certainly was. And it's... I'm glad to see the old outside lavatories have actually now proper inside lavatories.
With ashtrays?
Not ashtrays yet, no.
Imagine you smoking a quiet cigarette. Talking of schools, we received this, and it really is terrific. Do you remember last week we had Chris on, who invented his own dustbin? Well, this is his school, well, a special dustbin with a lockable lid thing. Oakdale Comprehensive School. Their motto, obviously, is Endeavour. Thank you for sending that in. It's rather nice, that banner, and it makes a change from some of the pictures that we have. So if you've got a school banner or a club banner and you'd like us to display it, please send it in. We'd love to hear from you. Last week we were talking about our holidays, and I received a marvellous letter from Harlow in Essex that came in from Linda and Janice. I think the surname is Forth. And they said, whilst on holiday in Norfolk, we had a marvellous time. You asked us to tell you about summer holidays. Well, we visited Titchwell Nature Reserve near Hunstanton. We visited the beach where Dad found a bomb. Yeah. Photo enclosed. And I hope you can pick up on that, because that's the bomb that they actually found. I don't know whether it is that way up or that way up or that way up. What was nice was that the bomb disposal unit came along, tried to blow it up, but it didn't go off. After packing things away, they left with a policeman along the shore in a Land Rover, and they got stuck. And there was only about 8 people on the beach, including us, and we all went over to try and push it. And the sea was coming in, tide was coming in very fast, and as the tide came in, we could see less and less of the Land Rover until only the blue light was showing. And guess what? It came on for the last 5 minutes before it sank. Next week, David Bellamy, lucky numbers, and we've got the amazing Willie Rushton. And if you've got a story like that, or you'd like to write to us about flying, we'd love to hear from you. At Swap Shop BBC TV, London W12 8QT. I'm rushing off to Long Eaton in Derbyshire. Funny place to go on a wet day, but that's where I'm off to. I hope you'll listen to me on Radio 1 tomorrow, because I've got all sorts of strange things happening. John's around with his news round.
Yes, next week.
See you at Swap Shop next Saturday morning at 9:30. Don't miss a second of it. We won't.
That new Swap Shop theme song is on a BBC single available at record shops. In just over 2 minutes, Grandstand. First, the weather outlook for the weekend from Michael Fish.